Namaste. Since yesterday, I have observed how gods do really enjoy these different bathing things that I do. I thought I shall share with you all also what all ways we can do give holy bath to gods, idols preferably, so they can also enjoy and you can also feel that their enjoyment and perhaps have the same kind of experiences that I had. So all of this started earlier to it. Also, we used to do abhishekas and all. But when I visited Varanasi during the Kumbh, um, I already told right that they made me cleanse the Ganga and holding the water and uttering great kind of prayers. And when I was uttering, there were like a huge bunch of gods there who were blessing that may this water get purified and may all the people who attended Kumbh, uh, you know, whoever touches the water of Ganga and the Triveni water, everyone gets purified. The karma gets nullified. They get clarity. A huge bunch of prayers for global good. And then the next day, I went to meet Varahi Mata Darshan. After that, again, I was thinking I'll go to Visalakshi Amma temple, but I was again directed to Baba's temple. Then I was like, uh, Ayo, Papa, I wanted to go to Visalakshi Ma temple. Again, I'll come to your temple. They said, no, no, we want you to again cleanse this lingam that is there in the Varanasi. I was literally taken back again, like because I went to Kumbh on Shivaratri day, and apparently on the Shivaratri day there will be a huge bunch of Nagasadhus and Bhairavas and everyone who is doing Bhairava sadhana and God and of these highly spiritual beings. The darshan is being given for them for 2 hours from 10 to 12, and like and I went a day later. I went a day previous to get the blessings, and I went to Kumbh and did the cleansing the way they asked me to do. And then I next day again I went to Varahima temple, and again I've been asked to come to um, Vishwanath temple. Then I said, okay, Baba, just but I just want to know that it's all not my own imagination. So can you please tell me some things which I have no answer for? I said, okay. So I asked them, why do you do Abhishekam? Why do you have, everyone here, why do you like Abhishekams? And usually I told, right, whenever I communicate with gods and sometimes when I feel overwhelming, I ask them questions which I have no answer. So I mean, at subconscious level also, I don't know the answer. So such questions I keep asking so that when I hear back the answer, I know it's not coming from my repository of memory, but it's coming from them because instantly I hear back the answer, and I really don't know the answer to that questions. So I asked them, why do you like Bilva Patra? Why do you like Abhishekam? Why are you in Kailash? What is the reason for using Basma? So such questions only I asked. And for that, he told, you see the sun, which is like very sharp and bright today. Uh, Perhaps I am 1,000 times more fiercer, more hotter. And in order this energy is required for me to overlook the cosmos and destructive power and stuff. So in order for me to keep it not come to a level of destruction, I need to be cooled down all the while. So all of these elements which I say, asking for Abhisheka, for Jal, and for Bhasmam, and uh, me being in the Kailash, again covered with ice and mountain, is all ways for me to manage my heat. Then, okay, that I felt a little logical answer because it just instantly came to me that way. I said, okay, then why Bilva? He told me, as against what you feel, that Bilva is in the shape of Trinetra. That's the reason I like, but that's not the reason. The reason is Bilva Patra do emanate a kind of relaxing order, which is relaxing to me, which is cooling to me. Hence, I prefer those Patra. Said, that really makes sense. And then I said, okay, Papa, now what do? I have not bought any water or anything. So what do I do? I said there will be like like a funnel, right? The one which you pour and it just goes and falls on the lingam. So I have not yet got the opportunity to touch the lingam with my hands. Like I didn't get the Nijarupa Darshanam yet. But I only had this because I went twice to Varanasi. One was on Dev Diwali. I mean, Baba asked me to come on that day, so it was so rush. We got a decent darshan, and then even on the Sivaratri day of last year, this year. So both times were so crowded that I couldn't get Nijarupa darshan. Neither even I thought I should get. Next time I would definitely want to have one. Um, but then I got satisfied with his answers and I said, okay, what do I want to do? I want to hold it. And all the gods again, like that vision, how I explained in Kumbh, the gods, like a huge bunch came, and I'm seeing like a cloud bus there, and then they're working through me to cleanse the lingam. Um and then my dad's brother, no uncle, he called me, and when I said this, he said, "Yeah, gods need people to work through, so maybe they're using you." I said, "Oh, that's very nice. I'm feeling so grateful." And it's like synchronicity. Out of nowhere, he called me and told this. So I said, "Okay, fine. I'll allow myself to believe and feel thankful." But then that's the learning. After that, I went to this Arunachalam, and then they asked me to do Abhisheka every day. And from there, I started. And then, without my knowledge, I've been doing all this. And yesterday, when I saw how happily they were enjoying, I thought I should share the same processes with you so that you can also feel the same kind of experiences, perhaps, or more better experiences than what I'm going through, and feel connected with the divine and feel that bliss that divine is really enjoying whatever sevas you're doing for them. So, so get the idols in the plate. So I just get some 3 to 4 huge 5 liter water sources at my temple room, and then first I use see if you have Ganga water, it's good. Um, uh, or else any kind of clean water shall do. So first I'll clean the previous day's idols, whatever I kept, the sandalwood, turmeric, and kumkum, right? So all that I'll clean in one bowl, keep them in the place where I need to do the abhishekam, and I play Rudram, Chamakam, and then Purusha Suktam, Sri Suktam, then Apavamana Suktam, then Aparada Stotram. All of these I play at the background, and I personally connect. See, before to that we do the Avahanam and Dhyanam, so I'll do another video on that. So I already imagine that God is there sitting and ready to take the take bath. From there, I pour the Ganga water, and then or the water from Ganga Jal, or this packet water, that's Ganga Jal, or tap water, clean tap water. And from there, I'll go on to Panchamrita, which is your milk, curd, honey, sugar, ghee. So I also make the ghee as liquid, not the solid form. I'll just heat a little and then get it to warm. Then I first pour milk, and when I'm pouring, I say Kshiram Snapayami. So with that was milk I'm doing for each god. Okay, so I have my list of gods in my temple room. The idols are like Brahma Maheswara, Vishnu. Then I have Durgama. Then I have Parahima, Rajamatangi. Then I have Baglamukhi, Dhumavati. Then I have Vinayaka, Ganeshji, Skanda. Then I have um, Adisheshulu. Then I have Anjaneya Swami, Hanumanji, and then Surana Swami. Then I have one more Spatika, which I use like Parivara gods, Ashtamatrikas, Ashtagrahas, Rudras, and Bhairavas, Rudras and Bhairavas, and Chatushashti Yoginis, and um, Saptarishis. So these are all the things I evoke in them. After the Varanasi experience, I started getting these other things also into these Spatika. Before to this, only I used to do 11 or 12. But after Varanasi, and he showed me that these are all the gods you need to evoke, I started getting all of them into Parivara group and putting into that. And I even when I'm offering prasad, I give a bigger I imagine I'm giving a bigger chunk of food to all of these deities. Then I pour kshiram, then I do dadi, curd, like dadi in snapayami, dadi is snapayami. So Narayana, dadi is snapayami, like Om Namo Narayana, dadi is Om Dum Durga, Om dadi is like that. I just do with Mula Mantra, 1 1 1 1 1. Sometimes I do it 3 times, 8 times, 5 times. After that, if you are not knowing any Mula Mantra, we just can also just tell the name of that god and say, imagine they're enjoying. Okay. Then you put honey, then madhu, then you put shakaram, then you put the ghee. After that, what I do is I also put fruit juices. I can use 5 fruits, like pancha phala. So I usually get pomegranates, grapes, bananas, apples, whatever is there in my fridge. Or seasonal fruit. I just cut it into chop, 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 or I make the juice. For few, I make the juice, and then again, uh, uh, whichever is that fruit, that either that fruit or fruit juice of it, I just say and say snapayam. Then I use coconut water sometimes, then sugarcane water, jaggery water, then I use rose water. These are all parimalas, okay, or water infused with saffron. So all of these are one set. So we again use them. And then tulsi. So I get a bunch of tulsi from the tulsi plant, clean it, get the leaves out of the stems, and again pour each, because it's purifying, right? So I use tulsi ma for this. So then that's all one set. So I just take that bowl, keep it aside, remove the idols, clean it, and keep it in another plate. Then I pour basmam on it. Okay, so I do basma snapayami. So for ash, I usually, when I do my chandi homas or everyday homas, I collect the ashes and then put it. If you are going to any temple which has home kund, collect some ashes. When you are paying for some homas, whatever, ask some more basma and get it. So these are ways you can collect it and keep it. In case if not, just buy it. Buy from some, when you vibhuti and all. So get it and you can do it. Then that I do. After that, I use Rudraksha and pour water on the Rudraksha and just say Rudraksha Snapayami. So with that God name. And then I use gold. So whatever gold coin, silver coin, and then you put it like this and pour water, and then that way it becomes like gold and silver paste. After that, I use bilva leaves, use a bunch, and then pour. So that will become bilva water, and then put it into the thing. Then I use garika, which is the grass, darba. So you hold it, again put it in the every god. Then I use, after garika, I use, and this will be like one set, flowers and petals of flowers. So I take flowers and petals of flowers and pour it on the gods. So that way, that's one set. After this, I again remove the idols, wash it in the water, put it in another plate, and then I start with the sandalwood paste bath. So I just mix a lot of sandalwood and with thick consistency and pour in the gods. Again, sandalwood, gandham, snapayam. Then I use turmeric, again thick consistency, and then the kumkum vermilion, again thick consistency, and put in each gods. After that, I pour water to clean everything, and that more or less completes my bathing routines and rituals. After that, sometimes the only one thing I don't do at home apparently is using cow dung and cow urine. Panchagna snana, it's called Panchamrita snana, Panchagna, Panchagna snana, but Panchagavya snana, I think that, but I don't know how to use it and how do we consume it. So I have not yet tried using that. Then other one is Taila Abhishekam, which is like oil, sesame oil, which we usually do for Shani Bhagavan. So these are the two things I have not tried, but people do use them also for doing abhishekas. And most of the things that we have used are all infusing either a sense of prosperity, abundance, clearing of negativity, relaxing, cooling, um, um, feeling that our life can also be filled like with sweetness. So we use all those sweet properties as a gratitude, basically. Yeah, sometimes we also can use this water infused with barley and the grains, especially during the times we get these crops like Sankranti times and stuff. Though we are not belonging to the farming community, which I have a lot of respect for, um, but since we get the new crop, and that's the usually season that we celebrate the new beginnings of crops and stuff, so we also can do that. um, Essentially, this is again a sense of gratitude that this is all you provided, and we are thanking you and the ways you provided, all the things that you have provided with gratitude. So the primary emotion we have to resonate when you're doing this Abhisheka is the sense of gratitude, contentment, the sense of knowingness that divine is really accepting and enjoying these upacharas that you're doing for them, and feeling that they have given permission for us to do this sevas for them. Without their permission, we can't do any of it. No matter how much you want to try, you will feel lazy and you will not be able to do it regularly. So the very fact that you are doing it, that means you already are blessed. That God has already blessing you with the boon, which you may not know it. Now that I told, please know that you are really been guided, and even watching this video to that matter. So nothing is coincidental in divine world. So know that when you do also, not just after my emotional outburst, if you have not watched that video, please do watch it. It was raw emotions because just then it happened, and I was like, wanted to keep it as a memory. Usually that's the sense, okay, whenever we have these divine experiences, we end up being totally emotional. But mm, but that's a that, that feeling is that really they just give us a window, and it's not just for me, it's just through me. There again, like how they told me, is like how through you we are trying to cleanse the rivers and cleanse the thing. Similarly, we are trying to communicate through you about us, because there's a lot of traditional focus on rituals and lack of connection with us, that people have put us there, and we are somewhere here. We want to we want to merge. We want people to merge with us. We want to feel that unity with us, and want them to up their consciousness to a level that they can feel us, and they can accept that they are one with us. So it's a long journey for each one of us, I'm sure, but at least let's put the roots, bijas for it, so that we can pass. And once again, this video may not very much confirm with the traditional way of doing things. It's more parabhakti, surrendering. So I like to do everything with utmost surrender to God, and knowing that um, them, though they are they're there, but they're also here, and they do they're behind us, they're there with us, they're guiding us. So I like to do it in that mode, not necessarily too much into strange rituals, but more like vidhi vidhana. Vidhi bhakti is one, then there is ragatmika bhakti, where we consider divine as mother, father, brother, sister, and then through that expression we relate with God. Another one is parabhakti, which is surrendering. So I relate with God with surrendering as a way to connect with them, and I'm all my conversations with divine will be coming from that space only. So pardon me if it doesn't confine with the traditional ritualistic ways of doing things, but it's more how much you how connect with the divine, and how much you are able to get your karya siddhi. And once that is done, that's done. Either it is done from a way you feel it's done, or what divine wants you to feel it's done. Like we think we want to achieve certain things, but divine has certain other plans. So in whichever way, when you are at peace that divine is behind us, guiding us all the way, there's a different way we can connect with divine. So that's what I'm here to express and maybe share views with each other so that both of us can transcend into a better levels of spiritual awakening and ascension. And thank you so much for being here with me today. um, and in case if you really like this way of connection with divine and healing and helping us realign ourselves with the divine plans through actions, through behaviors, through attitudes, through energetic connections, through healing past life karmas, along with connecting with divine, for helping us achieve all of these, please do consider subscribing, because that way we can reach to more people and help us spread more love based connecting with God than fear based connecting with God. All right. Namaste.